I was introduced to skiing when I was about 4 in Austria, I think, where my auntie lives. And the first thing I liked about it was going fast and having like independence. I first tried ski racing when I was about 15 on a ski school trip in Weleda Arnica. At the end of the week we did 2 days of racing against another school, and I was very interested in it because I'd never heard of it before. So I went home, I thought about it, never really got into it, and then when I was 18 I just decided to do it. We compete about once a week in the season, but sometimes it can be like once every 2 weeks, twice a week, 3 times a week. It just varies. There's been challenges because of COVID, but not like loads. You have to do a negative test before a race, which is kind of difficult sometimes because obviously you're in like really tiny remote resorts and you're trying to find like a PCR test, which gets quite stressful because if you have like 2 days and you're just driving around Alpine passes looking for tests, but not hugely except for testing. I mean, there's been some like border closes to different countries. Our daily kind of routine and what we get up to is we normally wake up around 5 or 6 in the morning, depending on what time the ski resort opens. Before we start in the course as well, we do different drills, which can work on different like tiny areas that you need to improve on, like being on your outside ski, stuff like that. We head over to the course, do course inspection, which is basically where you go down the course slowly and just look at like the technical parts. Then we come back around, do like 8 to 10 runs, which normally brings us to like midday. Head down the mountain, have lunch, have maybe like an hour or so to like relax, and then we go to the gym, do like an hour of gym work, come back. Then you prep your skis for the next day, which like involves waxing or sharpening or whatever you need to do. Then we have dinner, scrape your skis after dinner, and then bed, and then it's the same thing again. One of the biggest challenges is probably just completing both runs and not crashing or like coming out, so there's like you make a mistake. And obviously trying to do it fast as well without making mistakes and finishing. There's challenges behind that because every race is at a different hill, different snow, like you can't change because the variables change like every day. I avoid injury by doing like small warm-ups before I train on the hill every day, doing gym work, trying to strengthen my muscles and ligaments, and then stretching every day as well, and using a foam roller. I would say the best thing I did whilst I've been ski racing was probably got the opportunity to go to Chile in South America. It was really cool to travel somewhere like completely different, and it was in the summer in August, so it was weird skiing in the summer. And it was cool because on our days off we went down to Santiago and spent the day walking around, and it was just a cool experience. My plans for 2022 within ski racing is to do a lot of racing between January and April, and also there's like other bigger competitions that come up throughout the season, like different like championships for like different nations that we go to. The way I protect my skin against extreme conditions when I'm skiing is I wear sun cream every day because you can get burnt really easily at high altitude. I also wear a buff if it's windy to try and protect my skin. I'm also excited to try the protection cream from Weleda that's in the baby range. Just put it on your cheeks or your nose to help add an extra layer of protection. I like to look after my health. I try and eat well and exercise regularly, but obviously within the sport that happens all the time. Within natural health, growing up, my parents were like quite into it. I used to love climbing trees and making mudslides, so I was like all the time getting bumps and bruises and like different things. So my parents would apply arnica or give me arnica tablets to help sort that out. I like to use natural products like where I can and like for what I can, and that's why I'm so excited to have all this stuff from Weleda so I can try out more stuff that I haven't used before. Yes, I do. I've loved Skin Food Light, the face moisturiser, for the last couple of years. Use it all the time. Another product I love to use that I use after the gym on my legs often, or after skiing, is the massage balm, because if they're aching, it changes my day, really. It really has a massive difference. I like to think it's never too late to do anything. Obviously, starting ski racing at 18, I was told by some people that I was too old. I don't think you're too old to do anything. That can vary from being an artist. I don't know, it can be anything. You want to be an astronaut, you want to be a race car driver, whatever you want. You're never too old to do anything. Winter. I like to listen to Bo Burnham and Billie Eilish. Sushi. Gymnastics. Rock climbing. Ice cream. Reality TV.